Just shut off. You know, now the camera's all crooked.
What do you mean crooked?
Well, it's tilted. My side's up. What? Don't.
Afternoon, friends. Susan with Butler Family Farm, and we were at the Okie homestead. First time for both of us, and it was an enjoyable time here. Ran into lots of people that we saw at the MT Homestead Mid-America meetup, and some other people that Jerry met at the August video conferencing. Good morning, friends. As you can see from the opening, we went to the Oklahoma Homesteading Expo over in Pryor, Oklahoma on Saturday. There were quite a few couples, people that were going to be there that we had met at the Mid-America meetup a couple weeks ago. So it was a way of staying in contact and touching base with some of them. So we went on Saturday. I truly think that Friday had more people there maybe, and their programs were different, so it had a different draw of the crowd. But we went up there just to check it out. We'd not been there before, and I took my purse, and I ended up making 3 trips to the car because I didn't have a bag to put in all the stuff that I bought. Well, I didn't buy a lot of stuff, but all the stuff that I had to carry around, it wasn't doable in my purse. So I should have taken the backpack that we won at the giveaway part of Mid-America, and I didn't think of it until after the fact, because I really didn't think I was going to be getting anything. I wasn't really sure what was going on. There were a hall that had a lot of speakers in there, and Jerry's got a really good live going, and or not going, but did a live yesterday, and there's a lot of people there that we got to catch up with. Were people that we got to meet that we've watched on YouTube, like Brandon and Stephanie from Eddie Family Farms. We saw Mike and Tanya from Fowler Family Farms. Jerry caught up with Daniel and DJ of Arms Family Homestead, and he caught up with Dutch. I think it's called Make It Happen. I'm not sure, and I'm sorry, Dutch, I don't know your channel name, but he got caught up with him, and one of the things that Dutch gave him was this wallet, and it's kind of interesting. It expands out. I'm not going to take it apart because I won't get it together, but it carries your credit cards. It's kind of like a money clip type of thing, but anyway, it was pretty kind of cool. And Dutch says to Jerry, who Jerry had met at the August video conference last year in Broken Arrow, I think it was. He had touched base and met up with Dutch and a few of the other people that I've mentioned already. So we go into the exposition part where they had the vendors and walked around, and there were quite a few goat people, so they had their soaps and shampoos and, you know, all those different things. I did see one hydroponic area. I didn't really get to get in there because there's quite a crowd, but in that area we looked over and we said, oh my gosh, there's Doug and STACY, Off Grid with Doug and STACY. And she is, did I say that right? I wrote it down. Yeah, Off Grid with Doug and STACY. I got her fermenting book. I'm going to dabble in that a little bit this year. I'm not sure how much, but I thought this would be a good resource. And I did find in here that there's, you know, lots of educational things that I didn't know, but she also has some sourdough recipes and how to do a starter, which I really want. I really like sourdough, so I'm going to try this and see what happens. But anyway, she signed it, autographed it, and it was a real pleasure to meet both of them. I stopped at a booth. I didn't buy anything, but I stopped at a booth because their banner said Homestead in a Box. And I went up to him, I said, I'm curious. What does that mean, homestead in a box? And she says, I live in a container. And I said, now I understand. That makes perfect sense. She said, most people think, you know, it's a packing box, you know, type of thing, whatever. No, but I converted a shipping container into my home. And I said, that's really awesome. I said, I remember watching some DUI type TV shows in years past about how that can happen, and I know Jerry and I talked about it at one time, combining 2 or 3 or whatever, but that kind of went to the back burner for a while. But yeah, so I'm actually going to check out her scan, because that's how you find out her products and whatever. And if I remember right, it might have been some goat products, I'm not sure. While Jerry was standing around talking with some people, I wandered off like I usually do, and I came to a booth, called Jade and Mimi's Jams and Jellies. And I was looking, you know, they have the little cute jars that that the jellies go in. And I looked at one, I says, carrot cake jams? Seriously? And she says, yeah. She says, it tastes just like the cake on your bread, on your toast, or you could do it with ice cream, you know, like vanilla ice cream or something. I said, I've just got to try it. Carrot cake is a big favorite of ours here. I said, I've got to get a jar of that. So I like to make my debit card purchases worthwhile, you know, not $1 here, $1 there. But so I bought her strawberry jam. And I believe she's on Facebook, so I'm going to check her out there. And they're actually from Pryor, Oklahoma. So I thought that was fun. Carrot cake jam. We saw Simply Jan Homestead. She's doing a camp out type thing next weekend, and we're going to go up for sure on Saturday because we're getting chickens from DL and Lisa at 9 Acre Farm. And we might go Friday, Jerry says, to do some fishing, but we're going Saturday for sure to get our chickens. I'm really kind of excited about that. And then as we were finishing up, walking around, there was another goat place, and they actually on Friday had their goats there, and they, because they have to milk them every day, they're milk goats. And this is their card, and I'm going to flip the camera around. They were selling in different size pots, same price, these irises. So I got a large pot. It's got, let's see if I can get up here. It's got a good plant here and here. It's got about 5, it's got about 5 plants in here. The dirt, it looks like, you know, a heavy, kind of like mud, because I watered this morning with the trees and whatever. But I'm going to plant them out on my parkway, out in the front, because I think, I have to look it up, I think they need shade. They'll get sun from the east in the morning when, you know, sun goes across, but towards the afternoon it'll be more shady. So I'm going to double check. That's where I'd like to plant them, because I think they'll be really pretty. They're either all purple or they're all white or they're all mixed. They couldn't remember when they were dividing up their flower bed what was what, and I said, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'll take whatever you want. You know, I'm just trying to put a little bit of color around my house. And so that either one, white or purple, will work. So I didn't get a lot of stuff. I, you know, because there's, like with the goat part, I have a local lady in town that I got some half-gallon of milk and attempted to make yogurt with my Instapot, and it was a failure on the yogurt part, but it was a success on the dogs. I poured it off. I'm going to try again. She only sells it half-gallon for $4. I don't think that's too bad, and I'm going to try again, and I'm going to find the instructions for my Instapot because it has a yogurt program, and that was kind of where I fell apart on the how-to, because who I bought it from, she gave a recipe, not a recipe, but a how-to in using an Instapot to make yogurt, and that's what I followed, but then it didn't really work because mine has a program and I need to find the book. So I'm going to get some more milk and try that. And so I didn't get really involved with a lot of the goat people because I knew I had a resource here. She and I are in a ladies homesteading group that meets monthly, and this month at the meeting she brought goat soap with her, so I didn't need to, I didn't get involved in any of the vendors that had the goat stuff, other than I did buy the irises from a goat lady. But anyway, I ramble on. Just wanted to share what I got, a little short video here, and I'm going to move on to the next one. I have another video to make for a collaboration, and we are going to do one of our projects out in the crowd, so that'll be another video coming up, and Jerry's talking about doing it today, so we'll see. Right now it's 85 degrees out there, and I don't know what it feels like. The humidity is kind of high right now, but it may be later this afternoon when the sun starts going down a little bit, because we still have light until 8 o'clock. We can work, that's the nice thing about summer on the farm, is that we can work late. It's just a matter of when we get meals done. So anyway, I digress. I hope everybody has a good Sunday, and I will catch up with you next time. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.